Why can't you be a believer that in moral victories?
I just think that that's not what we're here for. I mean, I think two things can be true. I mean, you're never satisfied. You always have to be striving for more. We're in a competitive business. That's what we've all signed up for. You have to keep believing that you can make another play, that you can get over the hump. We've improved a lot, but we got to believe you're going to stop improving. So I don't believe in that. But I think at the same point in time, you have to take stock and realize, hey, we are improving. The work that we've done is giving ourselves an opportunity to be in these games. So, like I always say the term, be easy to please but hard to satisfy. You hunt the good things. What are these guys doing? Build confidence. But at the same point in time, you're never satisfied with where you're at. You're trying to strive for more, and I think we have to.
What's the message to the guys? You guys are kind of right there.
I mean, just that. I mean, what do we say? Like you have to face defeat and own defeat, but you can never be defeated. There's a difference there. That's life. And I think a lot of teams, when things get hard or you face defeats, you can give in. But we're not going to give in. We're not going to make excuses. You've just got to keep going. Again, the positives are giving ourselves an opportunity in every one of these games, and it stinks to lose. I mean, I hurt for the players. I hurt for all of us. But the great thing about this league is we got another one here. We got another great opportunity coming up, so we've just got to stay with it, and hopefully we can start to get a few more of these to go our way.
How well do you know Freddie, and what do you expect him to say?
I've gotten it. I knew Freddie, but I didn't know him well. Spent a little time with him this spring. I mean, he's a guy I really admire. I think he's a great dude, too. I think he's a really good human being. It's been fun to see, him. He went through some ups and downs, at Nebraska. They stuck with it. And now I think, boy, they've really found, a formula for how they want to play, how they want to recruit, really playing at a high level. So I'm happy for him in that way. I won't be happy for him on Saturday, right, if they play well. But it's good to see someone like that who's a good person, a good coach, and has really found his way.
What were they doing so well?
I think they got unbelievable chemistry. I mean, you look at their group. It's one of those things you can't just put your finger on it. It's hard to describe, but when you see it, it's very, very clear. All those guys, they got shooting everywhere. They're so unselfish. They play on both ends like they're as one. And they just never get down. I mean, they've been down in these games, and they just keep playing, find a way to come back. They're playing with so much confidence. And they've got really good players. I mean, the Sandefur kid is maybe as good of a shooter as we've seen all year. Reek Most is an incredible player. I mean, can shoot the three, score in the post, passes it. He's strong. And everyone talks about their offense, which is really good. They're one of the best defenses in the country. I mean, they're really, really guarding. So they're a terrific team. And, again, their record is what it is for a reason.
Niko, Jaylen talked about letting the game come to him these last couple of games. We certainly saw that at Ohio State. What's impressed you about these last 3 games?
I think, just getting comfortable and confident. I mean, he played that spot for us at Colorado State, but not as much as he's playing it here. And I think he's realizing and building confidence in himself that, hey, even in the Big Ten, I can still do the things that I was able to do that allowed me to be successful, in the Mountain West. And so he's shooting the ball a little bit better. Game slowing down. He's understanding how people are guarding him, and he's really, really taking advantage.
We've heard a lot about your relationship with Cornhuskers. How would you kind of describe the nature of that relationship with him?
I just think he's just such a great guy, man. I think he's about all the right things. He's humble. He's tough. He competes. You know exactly what you're going to get every day in practice and in the games. I really love his family. I love where he came from. He just, he's not some high maintenance guy at all. He just comes to work every day, and I love seeing people like that be successful. And so he's just really a great guy. And my kids love him, wife does, and so we're really fortunate to have him. I'm so thankful that he came with us.
You've had a couple of big wins on this floor here in year one. How do you view the opportunity now Saturday with an undefeated team coming in?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, students should be back, right? Here in the barn, the crowds have been growing. The energy's been really, really good. You got the number, I don't know, what are they, 7, 6? I don't know. I can't keep track. I just know they haven't lost a game yet. Coming into your house, I mean, what more could you want? A Saturday, I guess it's matinee or whatever it is, or what do they call that? 11 o'clock? A brunch?
Yeah.
Brunch, whatever it is, brunch basketball on Saturday. Man, what could be better than that?
Can you
Niko, when there's a questionable play, like at the end of Tuesday's game, Langston, was that goaltending, not goaltending? Like, do you seek clarity from the league office? Did you send that play in? Like,
yeah, I mean, that one I did. I thought, looking at it, slow mo. I thought he did deflect the ball. They said on the DV Sport it didn't look like he touched it. I don't know. It's a hard play. It's bang bang. By the letter of the law, they can't look at it unless the officials in that particular time, they would have had to call it goaltending, or someone would have had to say, hey, we need to go look at it for goaltending. That's not something coaches can go and challenge right there at the end, so it really wouldn't have made a difference. But I wouldn't have played out the end of the game any differently. I mean, it was kind of like our game at Wisconsin here. They score. We get a stop. I don't like calling a timeout in that situation. At least I want to push it hard. If I feel like we got nothing going, maybe I'll call a timeout. But, man, we got the ball right to the front of the rim. I mean, if I would have called a timeout, the chances of us getting a better shot than that, pretty hard to do, right? So I think we played it well. We just, unfortunately, it didn't go our way. And we got an offensive rebound, too, and maybe got one other look that wasn't as good. But just one of those games didn't go our way.
They did not review it, though, is what you're saying.
They did not review it.
And did they have other angles later that they helped explain it to you, or no?
No.
When Indiana
Go home. Yeah.
When Indiana wins a football championship like that, how does it change just big-time college sports? Because you see, you can go from anywhere to the top almost overnight with the right formula. Does that inspire? Does that change the whole game in college sports because you're always that close to being a contender and a champion?
I think it should inspire you. I mean, I feel like, one of the things that's been really cool looking at it from the lens of the NFL and the NBA, what they've done such a great job of, I think, is creating parity. So all these markets all over the country believe they have an opportunity to win. What does that do? It drives fan interest around the country. I think it drives TV ratings. I don't think it's any fun when it's just one or two teams are the ones who are always winning. So I think maybe in the new landscape, as we keep evolving, it does give opportunities, for other people to jump up and, hey, stick their on their flag in the sand, so to speak, and say, hey, we're going to be that team. And yeah, I mean, I've said from day one, once I took this job, I think we can win here. I think we can win at a high level. I think we can be nationally relevant. We got to have a lot of things, all pulling in the same direction, or as PJ would say, rowing in the same direction. But that's our challenge. So we're just kind of in the infant stages of that. But I don't see any reason whatsoever why we can't win here at a high level.
What are you looking at the opportunity for more Gophers to come back?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's cool for me, too. A lot of them I know, from different generations. And so to have a lot of them here. The other thing that's cool is how many of them live here in the Twin Cities. I think that's really unique to our program and this place here. How many of these guys decide to stay here in the Twin Cities and still be a part of it. And again, it's a big part of the history of our program. And I hope we have a lot of them come around, and hopefully we continue to have that. It's been great having a lot of them come to practice, at various times and be around. But it'll be cool to have a day that's, dedicated to them, so to speak.
Niko, right to the point, PJ Omot, is that a medical red shirt at this point?
Yeah, we haven't announced that publicly, but I guess I can now and just say, yeah, he will be out for the rest of the season. Had to have another procedure done, and so yeah, he will be probably seeking a medical red shirt, but will not be available the rest of the season.
Does that change next year at all? I mean, I don't know if over recruit's the right word, but obviously you're running short on bodies. Is there anything you can do strategically next year? Is there a way to give you more NIL money to walk-ons that are good? I don't know.
Well, that's a great question. I think, the way I would put it is, obviously in pros, you can go off the waiver wire, right, or get somebody from the G League. Well, I mean, maybe we can here now. Gosh, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't even know. Every day I'll pick up the newspaper and there's some other rules, so maybe we need to look at more options, right now. But my point being, if Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle get hurt and are out for the season with the Timberwolves, it doesn't matter who else they had. It's going to change for them. And so I think probably two things are true. I mean, depth is really important, but at the same point in time, sometimes you just go through seasons like this. It just doesn't go your way with injuries, and there's not much you can do about it, And I think we're in kind of one of those situations. It's happened that 4 guys, right, on scholarship out for the season. That's made it really, really difficult. And then we've, young guys have gotten an opportunity. But having said that, I think our guys have I think that fans can see the guys that are playing have embraced it, and they're giving us all they can.
All right,
Yep,
appreciate
thank you.
Appreciate it.
It feels like you guys are right there and so close to getting over the hump.
Yeah, I mean, just try and go about it day by day, trying to do our job, come in here and get better 1% every day, let the outcome handle itself.
How frustrating is it though with a 4-game losing streak?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely frustrating after seeing how close we are. You know, there's a play here, a play there that could change the tide of the game, but like I said, I mean, those are in the past now. Just focus on what we can do today and get 1% better.
It don't get no easier, as they say. Here comes Nebraska on the roll. Tell me what you see when you look at the tape.
Right. We haven't, you know, looked at them too much yet, but I mean, they're definitely a good team, so credit to them. But I'm gonna go in there and try and play our best and execute whatever game plan they have for us. So.
You say 1% better every day. Are there specific things right now as a team that you guys are dialed in on and improving that 1%?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think you want to get 1% better in all aspects of the game. I definitely think, you know, the toughness factor, we can definitely get better in that area, you know, rebounding since we're kind of smaller than everybody else at the moment. That's definitely one thing.
That's a fine line, though, isn't it? Because you're so short on the bench. I mean, you want to be tough, but you just can't afford fouls in the second half.
Yeah, at the end of the day, you gotta figure it out one way or another. No matter, you know, there's not a set answer to it. You just gotta go in there and work your hardest and do whatever you can to win the game.
Cade, what have you seen in Jaylen and how he's been able to score in the last couple games?
Yeah, super proud of him. I mean, he works super hard at his game, and I think you're kind of seeing that come to fruition for sure. He's been playing great for us and helping us out a lot defensively and offensively.
You surprised you get a lot of good looks. Did you know coming to the Big Ten? Because even when they emphasize you, you get a lot of good looks. Did that surprise you that you know you've been able to kind of play free flow?
Not necessarily. I mean, the Big Ten is definitely a challenging league, but I'd say, I mean, we have a lot of confidence in the offense that we run and you know, the system that Coach Medved has for us, and we put a lot of trust in that. And also with my teammates, I feel like they get me the ball in the right spots and they do their job, so I gotta try and do mine the best that I can.
Was there a sense, Cade, at the end of Tuesday's game, at the end of regulation? I mean, it was a tough shot and scramble, but did you feel like as it left your hand, maybe there was a chance there to win the game at the buzzer?
I did a little bit. I didn't know how much time was left on the clock because I couldn't see it. I just kind of tried to let it go as quick as I could, but unfortunately it did not go in. So.
Thanks, Cade.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Team leader to keep this team together as you guys are close but not being able to get over the hump the last couple games.
Definitely, you know, just trying to communicate with all the guys, definitely send the text out, make sure like everybody's headspace is right. You know, then battling through some tough adversity lately, so I mean definitely just trying to make sure we, you know, stay together. We still got 11 games left, so I mean we still got to finish out the season, so just trying to make sure everyone is great.
Anything,
It's like one step closer to the
anything you
Wednesday.
can do in
Thank
the
you.
final 5 minutes that you see in training? You guys are right there knocking on the door, 3 of the last 4. Do you see specifically things that you can do differently in the last couple minutes?
I mean, we just got to get a stop. Like, we got to, like, really put our foot down, you know, get a rebound, you know, box out, just do the little things. I feel like, I mean, we're right there in every game, but, I mean, we can't really settle for that really no more. I mean, 4 of the last 5 we should have won. But, I mean, we can't really settle for that, oh, we should have won, or, like, we were so right there. Like, we got to have a better mindset. Like, we got to come in, like, when it comes to those final 5 possessions, like, we got to get a stop and, you know, execute and head for the final possession.
Jaylen, what do you feel like has been working for you lately with 20-plus points in the last 3 games?
I mean, I'm just letting the game come to me, you know, just trying to find a rhythm early, whether it's getting to the basket or, you know, shooting 3. So, I mean, just really just finding where the game's going to give me, you know, just give me an opportunity, you know, get in my best position. So just trying to figure out what I can do to help my team better.
How do you view Saturday, a chance to maybe hang the first loss on the opposition of the year?
I mean, yeah, it's a great opportunity, you know, top 10 team in the country, you know, big environment, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's definitely exciting, you know, to get out to, you know, that's what we signed up for in this conference, you know, to play against the best teams in the country. So, definitely a great opportunity for it.
As you watch back the Langston layup there at the end of regulation on Tuesday, did you think it was goaltending?
I haven't even got a chance to watch the final possession. I heard people was talking about it was a goaltend, but I mean, they didn't call it in the possession, so I mean, we really can't do nothing about it. But I mean, if it was, it was, but I mean, the ref didn't see it, so.
I know you're kind of right in the middle of it, but how do you look back on coming to Minnesota and joining Niko here?
Oh, yeah, you know, just definitely that bond me and him have built. for the past few years. Definitely just wanted to be something to be a part of. You know, me and him are very close, you know, and he definitely is going to challenge me to be better, you know, off the court, on the court, you know, as a leader. So definitely, you know, just want someone to push me around, you know, make sure I'm on my toes.
Is the Big Ten one monster though in terms of there's just no forgiveness? Everybody's coming at you. Coach was doing it and it's very physical.
Yeah, you know, being the Big Ten, you know, like there's no games you can slack off. Like everyone's coming. Like as you earn respect, you know, people are gonna try to come out and beat you. So I mean, you definitely got to be on your toes every game.
What impresses you most about Nebraska?
I haven't really watched film, but like games that I've watched, they definitely, you know, very physical. They play a unique defense and everything. They got some bigs that can shoot it, so you definitely got to respect it. They got good guards, you know, that play hard. So it's definitely gonna be a fun time.
What would freshman Jaylen say about the development of your game from Little Rock to now?
To do with injuries is really just a confidence thing. You know, confidence definitely got to be in shape because, you mean, that's a one thing too, but just definitely a confidence, you know, finding that rhythm, but, you know, just staying consistent with it. You know, it can't be ups and downs throughout the season. You know, if you want to be a good team, you got to just, you know, find that consistently throughout the season, take care of your body for sure. You know, it's going to be a long 30-game season, so just, you know, just really just that confidence for me. Don't let yourself, like, you know, get, like, hard on yourself.
How much have you transformed yourself since Arkansas?
Yeah, I feel like I made really big jumps throughout my past career. Definitely just from like a body standpoint, you know, just, you know, IQ, like the flow of the game slowing down as I get older. So really just trying to figure out, you know, openings and like time for me, like when to, you know, score, stuff like that. So just finding out spacing on the court, you know, just making myself available for my team.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.